Welcome to Secrets to Alignment with Savannah Schaffer. I am here to equip you with the belief and energy to make your dreams a reality. Take this time to fill your cup and align with the most vibrant version of you. Welcome back to the Secrets to Alignment podcast with your host, Savannah Schaffer. Happy Monday. I hope that you're having a great freaking day so far. Aria just now went down for her nap. I'm about to film this podcast. I'm so excited to get into the content that we are diving into today. Everything is all about money mindset, and money mindset has been such a big thing in my life these past 6 years that I've been doing personal development, but specifically the last year, maybe 2 years, I feel like I've actually had some massive breakthroughs with my money mindset, and I just want to help you guys with wherever that you're at. If you're someone who has a ton of money in your bank account right now and you're like, I just want to be bringing in more abundance, I feel you, girl, let's get it. And if you're also on the other end and you're just wanting to manifest more money coming into your life, you're wanting to just get out of the current spot that you're in, I understand you. I get where you're at. I've absolutely freaking been there myself. And I just want to help you guys with wherever that you are so that you can continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to excel and expand your level of consciousness. I feel like most of us have realized that our parents maybe didn't have the most positive or abundant mindset when it comes to money. They've maybe been in a little bit of scarcity, a little bit of lack, a little bit of fear. That's not really a big deal, because the cool thing about this beautiful thing called life is that we have the ability to choose. We have the ability to create the reality that we truly desire to be living in. So you have the freedom to rewrite your story. You have the freedom to rewrite your belief systems, to actually allow yourself to continue to fall into trust, fall into abundance, and at the end of the day, become a better, more abundant version of yourself. I want you guys to feel very supported after this podcast, knowing that money has your back, and it's all just a little journey that we are on, and we are always learning and growing and discovering things at different points in times of our lives. Now, I think that a lot of us didn't really grow up with parents that maybe had the best money mindset, and if you did, I am so happy for you, because I think that a lot of us just know that like our parents were doing the best they could with the tools that they had. And money mindset was not really a thing like growing up. Like money mindset was never something I've ever even heard about, or that my parents have ever heard about either. And so I've been kind of the one in my family to kind of open their mind up to what is money mindset. And I'm really, really excited because they're starting to understand things, starting to realize things. And I think that if you can start to prioritize a healthy money mindset and get out of an unhealthy money mindset, it can make actually a really, really big difference in your life. And you can start to become much more abundant and have much more money that you didn't even know was possible. So I wanted to kind of clarify what I view as a healthy money mindset versus an unhealthy mindset. And for me, like, this is all just my opinions, my thoughts. I'm literally sitting here with a piece of paper, writing things out, and I'm just trying to write out what I actually think that maybe you might resonate with. So take or leave whatever I say here, and just know that these things are always evolving. This is the cool thing about life, is that things are always changing, things are always evolving. So in a year from now, I might talk on this exact same topic. I might say, oh my gosh, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about, Savannah, you're completely wrong, or whatever. But just know that this is from my understanding, my level of consciousness from this point right now. I want you guys to know that I'm always giving you guys the information that has supported me in understanding my own money mindset, and all of my clients, of course. I coach women one-to-one in their businesses, and I'm always helping them discover where their mindset isn't actually supporting them in the business growth and the expansion that they're actually desiring. And so once you can get super duper clear on these things that are maybe holding you back, or these mindset shifts that are necessary for your expansion, you're able to just kind of rewrite things. And it may take some time for these things to really integrate and ground, but if you do the work, I promise you're going to be in a better spot. So I'd say first, what defines a healthy money mindset is someone who knows that their worth is not connected with the money in their bank account. This is very important. This is what I have seen a lot of people kind of get into, where they think that if their bank account is at a specific number, then their mental health is at a specific place. And it's really, really good because they have a lot of money in the bank, or vice versa, where they don't have any money and then all of a sudden their mental health is in the trash. And that's where you really cannot place replace your own worth, your own identity with the level of success or the level of income that you are bringing in. And this has been something that's been very, very challenging for me to ground and understand, because in the past I absolutely did this. I really just placed my value in how much money I was making, and I realized that was so unhealthy and it was not at all beneficial for me. Someone who has a healthy money mindset knows that they're able to spend freely, they're able to give freely, they don't have guilt, they're not regretting purchases, they're just simply exchanging an energy. They see money as an energy, as something that can support them in their life, and something that is also a renewable and unlimited resource. You're able to give appreciation, you're able to recognize all of the things that money has done for you, and you're able to always have gratitude knowing that you are constantly supported and money is always there. Money is literally a constant energy force that is always running the same way that water is constantly running. Like, water is always going to be flowing from that faucet. Money is the exact same thing if you choose to view it that way. Now, if you have an unhealthy money mindset, this might look like overthinking every single dollar, wanting to get the best deal on things, constantly trying to find a discount. You might be constantly complaining about prices rising, or you're worried about inflation, you're worried about the gas going up, you're worried about all of these things that you have zero control over, but they are also necessities. And this can get tricky because I think that society kind of programs us to be complaining about these little things and constantly like annoyed by how much strawberries are at the store and like whatever. And once you have like a healthy money mindset, none of that really matters. You're just like, I'm going to get what I need. I'm going to go get the gas because I need it, and it's going to support me, and I'm going to move on with my life. And it's not this thing that you have to sit there and overthink. So people who do have more money, people who have that $1 million mindset when it comes to finances and money beliefs, they are not overthinking those little things. They are just showing up. They are getting what they need from their money. They are getting support from their money, and then they are continuing to move on with their life. They're not sitting there complaining about it. They're not sitting there counting every single dollar. They're not sitting there making sure that their receipt is correct and yada, yada, yada. They're actually just living their life. They're understanding that being in the present moment is the best place that they can be, and sitting there worrying about the finances is not going to solve any of your problems. If you have an unhealthy mindset with this, you might be worried that you're going to lose it all. Maybe you're worried that you're never going to have enough, or only some people make money and other people don't. It's all just around this lack and scarcity mindset. Now, there's plenty of more examples that I can get into, but these are just the ones that I could think of off the top of my head to just kind of allow you to check in and see maybe where are you a little bit in that unhealthy mindset. And listen, it's okay to be there, because my love, I was there too. I was there for many, many years. I understand, like, this is all just your programming, and it's just all that you've known for so many years of your life. And so for you to be all of a sudden switching into this abundant mindset, like, it's not going to be the easiest thing. It's actually going to challenge you, and you're probably going to be thrown some tests as well, because the universe is going to see, like, all right, is she actually integrating what she's learning right now? Is she actually taking the things that she's discovering and putting them into action, or is she going to continuously play out in this negative, poor money mindset? And another thing that a poor money mindset person might be experiencing right now is a lot of uncontrollable things that are literally taking their money. So you may be manifesting situations in your life like another flat tire, or all of a sudden having to pay for something that you weren't planning for. You can unconsciously bring these situations into your life because that is just the norm for you. The norm is you constantly having this outflow of multiple thousands of dollars. And so if you, let's say like you're holding on to more money that month, then your outflow is going to go up so that you can get rid of that money and you can be back at your baseline. So internally, we all have this comfort zone with abundance, with money, that it is always trying to find its way back to. So if you are making making a lot of money, the next following month, you might not make as much money because it's trying to find that balance point again where you're in that quote unquote safety zone. So it can be challenging to get out of this and to expand this and to just kind of break through those glass ceilings. But I promise you that it is absolutely possible once you start to shift your mindset and once you start to see exactly how abundant this incredible universe truly is. I've had to rewrite so many beliefs myself. Like, I grew up thinking that everyone couponed the way that we did. Everyone stood at the register for 20 minutes after the purchases, sat there and finding all of the coupons in the little magazine. Like, I grew up in a family who actually did have the money, but acted and played as if they didn't. And I think that that was the case because they were internally really worried about losing it all, which we ended up losing it all at one point, which I feel like my parents maybe could have possibly manifested in some sense. Also, this is no shade to my parents. My parents are great people. I love them so much. They only knew what they knew. But now that I am getting into this whole world, I'm actually starting to pick up on little patterns and noticing that maybe some of the things that happened to us didn't really happen by chance, and they actually happened because we were meant to learn certain lessons and things like that. So yeah, all right, continuing. So like I was saying, my parents kind of acted as if we didn't have money. So for example, like, I never wanted to ask for field trip money because I knew that if I asked for something that I wanted, it would cause stress in the family. I didn't want to order off of the adult menu once I was like 16 because I figured that I should always order off the child's menu so that I could be saving us money. I'd always share a meal with like my siblings or whatever. We were just always in this mode of save, 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 even when we had the money. And this created a belief system within me that we actually aren't supported and that we could have it all ripped away from us at any point in time. And it created this negative money mindset belief for me. I think that back then, my parents probably saw them as being like smart with their money and like not blowing all the money that they had. But in reality, I think that internally, it was more so of a fear that was kind of running unconsciously for them, that they were like, okay, we should definitely shop in the clearance aisle. We should try to be getting everything on sale. We should try to be getting the best deals on everything that we buy, because internally, I think they were worried that it wasn't going to stick around, that the universe wasn't going to continue providing for them. And that fear ended up becoming our reality, unfortunately. This is when my dad ended up losing his business. His entire company went under. He made some bad business decisions. And just there was so much during that time period where I noticed that finances can bring so much stress. And so my safety and my security within myself has even been tied to my financial situation, as well as what I've noticed these past like couple years is that I've really had to do a lot of clearing, a lot of rewiring to positive belief systems so that I wasn't getting stuck in the negative mindset that my parents had unconsciously given me. Again, I'm not blaming my parents whatsoever. They did the best they could, but I did, of course, pick up on these things because I was just watching them, and everything as a child that you see your parents doing, you simply take in and you continue doing yourself as well. So that's all I was doing. And it just created a lot of confusion for me and a lot of trust issues as well. Now, the truth is, when it comes to money, money is there for you. There is always so much to go around. There is not a limited amount of money, and that person, since they have multiple millions of dollars, does not mean that it's taking from any millions of dollars that you're ever going to be making in your life. This world is so abundant. And this is something that the more that I tap into this mindset, I swear it's like it just expands things internally for me, realizing that there's so many human beings on this planet. There are so many cars on the road right now that cost multiple millions of dollars. The people who have money around me, multiple millions of dollars around me, are not very different than me. Like, we are literally one and the same. We are very, very similar. They don't have a certain level of intellect on top of mine. They don't have this insane mindset that's just like super superior. they are very similar to me. And I want you guys to also understand that where I am currently at, I am very similar to you too. Like, we are all so alike. And I think that the more that I've realized that these people around me that have money are really just normal human beings, it's made it a lot more realistic for me to just be like, if they have it, why wouldn't I have it? And it's really allowed me to just expand that mindset there of knowing like this world is so infinite. I'm able to have exactly what my neighbor has, and I will have it because I choose to have that. And that's just simply what it is. Money is an infinite and unlimited resource that is there to support us all. The second truth about money is that it can support you in having experiences that you will never forget for a lifetime. And I think that this is so cool. And it's honestly what drives me the most when it comes to making more money is I am just so excited to have so many experiences that money is allowing me to have. And if you actually take a second to think about all of the experiences that you've had so far that money has given you, whether that's trips that you've gone on, whether that's just different experiences, different adventures, whatever, money has been there for you. Money has given you those experiences, and you cannot forget that. That is so important. The third truth about money is that if you want to multiply the money that you have, you must give gratitude for it, okay? Giving gratitude for every single dollar in your bank account is so important. You are developing this beautiful relationship. This actually goes into truth number 4. The relationship that you have with money is so similar to the relationship that you might have with your partner, with your best friends, with your parents, and you have to sit there and develop a relationship with it. Instead of avoiding your money, instead of not wanting to think about it or whatever, you have to actually be there and give gratitude, give appreciation for that money being there for you. Money is just an energy and it is there to support you. So ground in that and know that it is always going to be there no matter what. Truth number 5 is that if you do not trust that money is there for you, what you are really saying is that you do not trust in the universe and God being there for you as well. And this might be really hard for some of us to hear, but I realized that this was a really big aspect of what was kind of driving my own internal money beliefs. And there was a big part of me that didn't trust that everything was going to work out. There was a big part of me that didn't trust that money was going to be there and money was going to support me throughout this journey. And it was really, really hard because I've had a lot of people betray my trust. I've had a lot of situations where I've given my all in friendships, in relationships, all kinds of different things, and that hasn't been there for me. That trust has been broken. I've had to do what I can to repair it and to understand that the universe actually has always had my back, regardless of how hurtful those situations were. The universe has always had my back. The universe has always provided, and the universe has always been there to support me and my best interest. And this was something that once I started to understand, it really helped me integrate this knowing that I am supported, I am guided, and I'm always going to be taken care of. And I can lean into trust. I can lean into knowing that there is nothing that I have to figure out. It is going to get figured out for me. And I can just sit back, surrender, and then of course take inspired action. Truth number 6 is that money is not hard to make. There are people in your industry who are charging 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the amount that you currently are simply because they view themselves as worthy of that amount. There are people in my industry who charge $100,000 a month to work with them. And that just shows me that those people view their time, their energy, their knowledge, their expertise as extremely valuable. So with that being said, you have the power to choose how much you desire to charge for certain things. You have the power to choose how much money you make with the decisions and with the knowledge that you have invested into yourself and all of the growth that you've gone through to get to the place that you are currently at. You are extremely valuable just as you are, and make sure that you are showing up and putting in your all as if you already know that. Now, truth number 7 is that if all of these people have experienced tons and plenty of wealth, I want you to realize that you deserve it to. You deserve to have unlimited amounts of abundance. You deserve to have options. You deserve to have the freedom to pay anyone around you whatever that you desire because you desire to. And it can be as simple as that. The reality is that once you develop this beautiful relationship within yourself, knowing that you are deserving of money, you are worthy of money, and you are worthy of infinite amounts of money, that is when it actually starts to come into your life. And I have watched this happen, and it's really, really cool. But your external world is only a reflection of your internal world. So if you are not having the abundance that you truly desire right now, or if you desire more, I would sit there and really get clear on where are you blocking this flow of abundance? Where do you still have beliefs that are no longer serving you? Maybe you can actually take time to journal on what beliefs are no longer serving you and what beliefs would you choose to believe about money or about finances or about abundance. The more clear that you can get internally, the more that you are going to be able to manifest externally, the more that you're going to be able to manifest externally with the beliefs and the practices that you are doing on a daily basis. Like, for example, whenever I swipe my card, I'm always saying there's more where that came from. Every single time that I pay for my sisters to go to dinner or lunch with me, I'm constantly saying I am so freaking grateful that I'm able to take care of these things. Like, I am always giving so much gratitude to every single dollar that I'm able to spend. I'm always telling my daughter that we have an abundance of everything that she could always need so that she grows up with an abundant mindset. I'm constantly reinforcing this abundance within myself to know that there are no limits. We can go so much further. And I just know that all of us who are listening to this right now, we are only in the beginning of our journey. And this level of abundance that we are currently experiencing is only going to expand by millions. Okay. I'm so excited to see all the success that you experience and all of the abundance that comes your way through shifting your mindset. If there's anything in here that I talked about that you're like, hey, I want more clarification on this, or hey, can you tell me more about this? Please go ahead and send me a message on Instagram. Also, if you would like to join Tranquil Minds is my monthly membership, and I am currently welcoming in a few girls to get started and to join us for this upcoming year so that we can all elevate together. We can all continue to expand together, and I'm so excited. I love this community so much. If you're into the topics that we talk about on the podcast, but you just want more like community and connection with me, I would love to have you in this community. These girls are truly incredible, and they're just always good vibes. So if you need anything whatsoever, please go ahead and send me a message on Instagram. I am totally here for you, and I am wishing you so much abundance, so much success. I'll see you guys later. Bye.